Greetings, Trothkin, and welcome back to Arbitration Studios as we continue our journey across the whole damn thing of MechWarrior 5 The Clans. I'm JP Arbiter.
I'm Zero Arbiter.
And Zeno, we are continuing the pacification of Turtle Bay. Couple of things, some housekeeping notes. Since we started recording, the Ghost Bear Flash Storm DLC has become available. And so I went and celebrated this by getting one of my favorite Omni-Mechs, the Huntsman. Now, I am a fan of this because... don't need that. I am a fan of this because I am a Clan Nova Cat player, first and foremost. They're my favorite clan. They have been forever. And the Huntsman was always one of my favorites because, first, its primary configuration is just a Swiss Army knife of
Weapons.
Yeah. What sort of what a gun for every occasion sort of thing. My preferred configuration, though, is probably either this guy right here, the B loadout with its LB-10X autocannon and ER-PPC, or, yeah, this guy.
Or A.
With the A configuration with the twin large pulse lasers and LRM-10 being tied. Yeah, the LB-2X autocannon is not my favorite gun, but, you know, you work with what you got.
You have to deal with it.
I am curious about this configuration as well. I'm not sure we'll be
Naomi?
able to... Yeah, this is a Naomi special, isn't it?
Yes.
So, anyway. But yeah, we'll be playing with that.
Hunchbacks?
Well, that is the other thing. Should we take a look at the mechs that are in the marketplace?
Yep.
Even though we're not going to be buying very many of them. So first off, on the Omni-Mech side of things, we have the Fire Moth. This is one of the fastest battle mechs in the MechWarrior universe. It was created really as an elemental delivery system. Because in tabletop Battletech, battle armor can attach themselves to Omni-Mechs and ride them like they're a taxi. So the Fire Moth is meant to get in, drop the kids off at the pool, and then dance around in circles and distract whatever the battle armor is jumping onto.
You have played with this thing, and it's...
I played with this thing in the Flash Storm DLC, and it is amazing. Other things, of course, I already glommed onto the Huntsman. This guy, the Ebon Jaguar, a Smoke Jaguar produced Omni-Mech that appeared just in time, or technically after the Year of Peace, during the clan invasion. We're going to be playing with this thing extensively.
Whenever we
can unlock it. It requires honor level 13, I believe. Yeah, we're at 7. So, actually, yeah, that's going to be... Ugh. So, anyway, the Night Jeer is up next. 75 tons, produced by Clan Jade Falcon. It's notable for the fact that its heat sinks, instead of using coolant pumped through pipes, it uses lasers, high-energy lasers, to excite the heat from thermal energy into light energy. I don't know if that can actually be done, like, scientifically, but...
That's 5 levels we need.
Yeah.
I did math.
You did the math. So, and then that's it for the Omni-Mechs, though. The Flash Storm DLC also introduced conventional battle mechs. Now, to bring this up to par, first off, we have the Jenner 2C, and it's exactly what it says on the tin. It is a clan version of the Jenner, and we have multiple configurations of this because, unlike with Omni-Mechs, battle mechs have a fixed configuration, so your pods are determined by what models you buy.
Yeah.
A battle mech is inherently less flexible, but it's still interesting. Then we have the Hunchback 2C.
I like these things because one variant.
Oh, just the classic variant with the twin ultra autocannons?
No.
No? Which variant's your favorite?
Disco ball?
Oh, the disco ball. Okay. Well, then you will like this guy, the Hunchback 2C-A. 4, count them, 4 extended range large lasers for long range sniping, and 2 ER medium lasers and 4 medium pulse lasers. Is that disco ball enough for you?
Yes.
The Hunchback 2C has a little problem.
Not much, he thinks.
Not much armor. Look at this classic Hunchback 2C, 192 points of armor. Then you have the Death Wish, also 192, 192. It gets a little beefed up at 256 for the A and the B, so they're a little less suicidal, but still paper thin armor. The Hellbringer looks at the Hunchback 2C and goes, "Are you okay, buddy?" So, next up is the Rifleman 2C. Now, this the baseline Rifleman 2C on the tabletop is a nightmare machine.
That's a
4
made a new maze for it.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. Count them, 4 large pulse lasers. It's slower than molasses in January off of Lake Michigan. It like Atlas slow.
Annihilator.
Not quite Annihilator slow, but Atlas slow. But usually because large pulse lasers are such extreme range weapons, it's generally not a bad investment, at least on tabletop, to have one of these in your back row and just reach out and touch somebody.
And your boink heads.
And boink heads. The Rifleman 2C2 is 4 Ultra Autocannon 2s. I'm not sure this is an improvement, but it is faster than the main line. Then we have the 2C Model A, which is based off of the classic Rifleman. A pair of Ultra Autocannon 5s and a pair of large pulse lasers, backed by ER medium lasers in the chest. And then finally, the configuration that I've kind of grown to love, but I love LBX autocannons, the B model with the 2 LB10s and the 2 LB2s.
Okay, yeah.
So, DACA, DACA, DACA. Then finally, the big boy that is arguably...
The bear.
The bear. That is arguably better than the direwolf. The Kodiak. 100 tons, 400 XL engine, making it run 64 kilometers an hour, 8 medium lasers, a large laser, 2 Streak 6s, and an Ultra Autocannon 20.
And also can punch someone's face.
Yep, those claws are purely cosmetic. They would bend when you punch with them, but, I mean, it's still a 100-ton beast that's going to punch. The Kodiak 2C5 takes a slightly different tact with it, focusing on long-range combat,
With
a Gauss rifle and 2 ER large lasers, backed by 9 ER mediums. The Kodiak A, 4 LB5X autocannons. That makes it a potent anti-aircraft and anti-tank unit. And then we have the Spirit Bear. This is the configuration of Clan Ghost Bear's lore master, Lori Sang, which downgrades the autocannon, removes most of the medium lasers, but increases the number of short-range missiles. It also adds masks, so it's 100 tons and it moves even faster. Yeah. Well, we will see about playing with these things as time moves on. But for now, we do have a mission.
Yep.
So,
I'm someone who likes the direwolf.
So, anyway.
There's reasons.
Continuing to pacify our the world of Turtle Bay, we now have to focus on security protocols. So, Galaxy Commander, take us away.
The real Gawa have yet to surrender. Star Colonel Wimmer, have you made any progress in identifying where next we should hit in order to cause maximum pain to these criminals?
Demi-Presenter Ito has found something of interest.
The floor is yours, Demi-Presenter.
I have looked through Comstar's previous tactical maps of Edo. And
now, here's the
referenced them
thing.
against the
Let's
latest
remember
orbital recon
that
conducted across the
Comstar
region.
was playing both sides of the conflict. Comstar made overtures to the clans because they wanted to keep running HPGs without interference. And the clans, realizing that, oh, hey, this means that we don't have to dedicate our own technicians to run HPGs, and they promise neutrality. We just got to make them a little more neutral towards us. We're more than willing to negotiate.
Very good, Galaxy Commander.
So, the other side of it, though, was that through Anastasius Vogt, he was definitely looking for advantages on the clans. First off, like, why are they here, and what can be done to stop them? Because Vogt was very much a war is a necessity,
I will not entertain mistakes.
but it's a necessity to be avoided if you can.
Yep.
So, he was not interested in a prolonged fight with the clans, and once it became clear that the clans were after Terra, that it was, oh, okay, now we gotta dance. So, anyway, confirm that. Let's talk. I've got a maximum tonnage of 275, which means I can afford... Whoop, nope. I can afford to put a couple of my Stormcrows here. So, we're going to give you to Ezra, and actually, no. I want Liam to continue with the
Shadow Cat.
with the Shadow Cat, because he has the electronic warfare ability, including the active probe, and we are going to give the other to Mia. 265 out of 275, so, yeah. Let's rock. How's that Beta Galaxy paint scheme looking for you? I like it. I'm trying to remember if my Huntsman has the full suite or not of EW Warfare. I may be giving that to Ezra here, or Liam, excuse me, here soon.
We are seconds out from drop, Cobalt. Everyone ready?
Let's do this thing.
Ready to tear those free births apart.
Ah, this looks like a peaceful
As long
world.
as we maintain our honor.
Everything looking good
serene.
out here, Star Commander.
I took a peek at the scans before.
It's not like it's
And how did you
been
get
at like
access to
1,000
those?
years.
Don't squander
of
your
war.
possible deniability.
Well,
Jane. But those activity spikes, they were ancient. From weeks ago.
only been settled for about 500, so...
Command seems eager to
500
destroy
years?
resources.
About.
I do not understand it. This is not the way of the clans.
One thing I do like about the MechWarrior Online / MechWarrior 5 version of the Huntsman, as opposed to tabletop, the Huntsman in
I just worry
video
that once we
games
are
has
occupying this
a
planet, we will have
double
hardly anything
knee
left to resupply.
digigrade style leg.
Galaxy Commander Perez will have a plan for that.
In tabletop, the Huntsman has more traditional human-shaped knees.
Yeah.
And just a style choice that I didn't know that I liked it until I saw this model and saw the legs that it had. I was like, ooh, that's an improvement. So, it's not a shame that Catalyst with their minis went with the more traditional thing. I get why they did it, but yeah, just like, okay.
Destroyed.
Gothic is almost...
We have eyes on an outpost.
Oh yeah, BattleTech Gothic. Do we want to talk about that?
Destroyed.
I mean,
Engaging
I
as
kind
we
of
speak.
don't. I think it's neat.
At least some of these surats show the capacity.
But like on the
not to
minis
disrespect the terms of a
perspective.
patrol.
I think they're neat.
Like just like their burn mech.
You like urban mechs in general.
I like the urban mech design a lot.
Destroyed a mech.
That's like my third favorite from them. I've accepted 2 others. I do like the Phoenix Lock design.
Those generators. Scans show they're connected to the doors. You destroy one, the door opens. At least, I think so. Let us see if you are right this time.
Explode it.
What if I ever let you down?
Hey,
Explosion.
LB2X autocannon. It's good for anti-material work. Kaboom.
Kablooey.
Alright. So we got 3 places we gotta check out. Any bets on whether or not we're going to find some trouble in these caves?
Definitely.
Given their fortified entry points.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Finish one off. Take them out.
You called it.
Were they lying in
Well,
wait
yeah.
for us? Makes sense. They love slide tricks.
Pew.
One down.
Come on.
It gets me confused, like there's no elemental in this campaign.
Well,
Mech destroyed.
part of that is actually can be explained away by doctrine. Doctrine is a fancy word for how a group fights.
Scan mode engaged.
Clan Smoke Jaguar prized the mech warrior far above any other avenue of war, to the point that aerospace and elementals were considerably devalued. Case in point, the 362nd Assault Cluster. Most clans would assign an aerospace binary or trinary to them. That would be 20 or 30 fighters. The 326 Assault Cluster, and from what I understand, most Clan Smoke Jaguar clusters would only have a single aerospace star permanently assigned to them, and any further aerospace support would have to come from, like, warship escorts.
Oh yeah.
So elementals, likewise, they were not always relegated to security, but they were not really used for assaulting
Coming in from above.
enemy battle mechs. They were very much used for things like force protection or for suppressing enemy, like suppressing it when fighting other clans, other enemies' elementals.
Okay.
Or for going into places that battle mechs could not. Again, all a side effect of doctrine. Clan Ghost Bear, highly...
Oh no.
Oh, it's just a panther. Clan Ghost Bear highly valued elementals and deployed them in shock and assault roles so that way they could disrupt enemy battle mech formations. They revolutionized battle armor deployment by creating the Dasher and the Viper Omnimechs, which were built to bring those 2 mechs were built to bring elementals into fights quickly and to
Friends down.
in order to dismantle the forces of anyone that would oppose them. this doctrine was experimented with previously by Clan Hell's Horses when they developed the Nova. The Nova was built to support conventional infantry directly. And it worked in concept, and then it was quickly adapted to support and carry battle armor after the Bears created the Fire Moth and the Viper. So,
yeah.
so that's 3 different infantry support mechs. You have the super fast one that will go where, that is capable of going where other, or capable of getting you places where you want to go quickly. The Viper, likewise, isn't as fast, but its jump jets allow it to go places that the Fire Moth cannot readily.
Unit down.
So,
Target.
the Nova was built on an entirely different paradigm in that it was built to support infantry directly. Basically providing the big guns that elementals need, so that way they can quickly down enemy battle mechs. You know, another way to put it is that the Nova would crack the shell and the elementals would crack the nut inside.
Destroyed.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that you wince every time you see me have to shoot down a Panther, but you gotta remember something. I'm not gonna be shooting down Ace Darwin, the greatest Panther mech warrior to live, because Ace Darwin, at this point, is on outreach. And the other side of it is that
These guys are huge cave fight
Ace
fans,
Darwin was born in the Lyran Commonwealth and thus would not be working for the Draconis Combine even as a mercenary. So, you know, just things to think about.
One enemy mech down.
Pew!
Good work. You
There we
got
go.
that reactor.
Target.
Enemy down.
Stop shooting at each other's backs.
Whoosh!
Jump jet fuel. Low. Jump jet fuel.
Enemy mech eliminated.
If anything, I lament having to kill Centurions more often.
Target. Destroyed.
Like, if we played from the perspective of a Nova Cat mech warrior,
Yes.
I would, like, say that this is,
Disengaged.
I would, like, try to claim a Centurion as a Solra and, like, start piloting a clan-teched version of that.
Scan mode engaged.
But
Scan
that's just
mode
me, I'm weird.
disengaged.
Yes.
But the Centurion is also my favorite battle mech, because it gives me the Mega Man vibes.
Yep.
So,
It's like people want to reboot, want a reboot of the remakes of the first 3 games.
I don't... Ugh.
Oh. Capcom did made a vote.
Oh man, that is a hard call for me. Because it's one of those things where Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 are
If you do not want to be
damn near perfect. Especially as that number gets
New
bigger,
hostile
you know?
detected. Griffin. Jump jet fuel. Low.
Ah, shit. No, I missed that. Ugh. Oof. Ah, someone's trying to shoot me? We're streaming here. Are you gonna try and embarrass me on live TV?
Get your butt blown up.
Fire starter? Get out of here with your flamers and your laser. You too?
Oh.
Enemy down. One target down.
Target.
Oh hey, Griffin flying from the heavens.
Destroyed.
Jack Evans from the heavens.
There's that thing's still alive.
It's pissing me off.
One more for me.
Am I out of autocannon ammo? Nope.
Target eliminated.
Come on, eat missiles.
Target destroyed.
There we go.
New target
Target acquired.
destroyed.
Maybe it wasn't the same
I am
fire
surprised they
starter.
did
Maybe
not
the
just run and hide.
maybe the
After
fire
all,
starter
they're
was
no
the
match
friends
for
we
us.
made along the way.
Jump jet fuel low.
Do not
No,
get
that's
too
stupid.
cocky. Yuichi is highly skilled.
Okay, yeah,
Defeat,
that is
and
actually
he became my
stupid.
bondsman.
I would rather commit
All
bullshit
right.
than serve a free
Boop.
birth. Any smoke jaguar would.
So yeah, Ghost Bear DLC
Overridden.
came out, which is all well and good. If they were going to do another clan as DLC, what would you want?
Disengaged. New target.
Cobalt, destroy everything in the hangar. They must have thought they would hold you off long enough before you got to this stash of
Oh,
theirs. They will
Let's keep in mind that your favorites, the Sea Foxes, were the Diamond Sharks at the time.
yeah.
And they did not do well in the
That was
invasion.
all of them.
Scan mode.
Not so, Cobalt One.
Yeah,
We've
the
just sighted a
the
dropship
big
piloting your
ones
position, carrying heavy
that would have
reinforcements.
DLC
They're sparing no
for them
assets to try and
are
pick you apart. Do
the
not
Wolves,
engage, Cobalt.
the Jade Falcons,
The time for attack.
or a secondary clan,
There's a back
namely
door out
the
of
Steel
here.
Vipers,
Let us
Nova
take
Cats, or Diamond Sharks.
Yeah.
Oh, someone wants to play. Part of me wants to be.
Oh no.
There. Now,
I see a
Cobalt
picture.
One, you are not
I see an Atlas and a Highlander. Part of me wants to be really squirrely and try to take them down, but the Galaxy Commander says no. So, good soldiers obey orders. I guess. I've actually never really toyed with the idea of what happens if you keep
One,
going,
we have eyes on enemies
or if
attempting
you
to
do
block our
challenge them.
escape
That would
route.
be that'd be interesting.
Let them slow you down.
So,
Luckily, they were on the lighter side.
More than I can say for those behind us.
boom. Let's see. Where are we doing? Blackjack. That's a fact, Blackjack.
Okay, I actually get that. Okay, so
Really? You get it? I didn't even make a reference to anything. I just made it up.
no. I got confused and one named it Jack Black.
Oh. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you.
Target down.
Say what you will about Jack Black. He is an excellent musician, but he can sound really, really awesome, or he can sound really, really horrible if he wants to.
He was
kinda
clap
fun.
crap.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the Borderlands movie. I hear it's junk, but I also hear that like everyone loved doing it just because it was all made during COVID and people were going nuts.
We have a ship at the marked evac point.
Come on.
Get there. Quickly. Do not let their reinforcements catch up to you.
Oh,
should
don't
stand
worry
and
about the
fight,
reinforcements,
not run,
boss man. I'm on it.
We have completed our mission. It is
Haha.
not time to get into a scrap for the
Jackpot.
sake of our pride.
Yeah, we're not doing Devil May Cry, so no screaming at
Enemy
jackpot,
terminated.
please. I still have an embarrassing amount of ammunition for
We
my
have a target down.
for my autocannon.
Took down a mech.
Pew pew pew.
They have not spotted us yet. We can take them out before they inflict any real damage to the ship.
All right, who's next?
Engaging Star
Yeah.
Commander's
Toilet paper armor.
Got an enemy mech.
Indeed. Well, thank goodness the Enforcer's not trying to be a hero and take out the dropship. Although I could really use fire support from the dropship. Oh. Come on.
Mech destroyed.
Alrighty. And that is that. Done and dusted. So,
Immediate facing results.
We shall see how they
Yep.
respond. Return to the ship.
I mean, we could have, but I don't know if I want to test that hypothesis. At least, not unless I can get something heavier. So,
You could test out. You could test out on a different playthrough.
yeah, maybe. Alright.
Shabunky.
Got ourselves
Savage.
some new honor level. We unlocked the Hellbringer, and that is going to be important because Liam gets a new mech. Because the Hellbringer Prime is
It's
arguably the ideal battle mech for, or omni-mech for him. Just because it, what is the phrase I'm looking for? It has the full electronic suite and plenty of heavy firepower. So, let's, get him in his toy.
is
Also, Liam, I'm going to also put you in a Hellbringer for affinity purposes. And we are going... I can't crank up your electronic warfare capabilities yet, so... Anyway, that is that. We got another mission ahead of us, and we will do that next time on Arbitration Studio. So until then, we'll be seeing you, kids!